Here by the mountain. Just about to make my pick for the next bad movie mountain here. Just about to make my pick for the next bad movie mountain here. Knowledge. But all the movies I pick end up on thing anyway. Blood Moon. Nice. Where did Blood Moon end up? Anyway, way more proud of these extra shelves we had to get installed for all the bad... Where the fuck are the shelves?
What the hell was that?
Oh, I didn't hear them.
Did you knock the mountain over?
No. It was like... He did it.
Meeks!
Okay.
Hey, Meeks.
I'm ready.
Right.
Such a dick.
Thanks, Meeks. Evidence.
Bollocks.
So this microphone has appeared. Anyway, so this time, Blood Moon.
Oh! Oh, I thought that was Jean-Claude Van Damme for a second.
No, that's Gary Daniels. Rock solid action. The mountain took a bit of a hit for this, which, you know, I'm sure is going to be worth it. So, Meeks, why don't you tell us all about Gary Daniels
Okay.
in Blood Moon?
Okay. Oh, come on. Are you serious? You're doing this again to me?
Doing what?
It's in a different language. I don't speak possibly Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Thai.
It's Korean.
It's a Korean. Yeah, it's Korean.
Yeah, Korean was the only one we could find. What do you think it's about? It's called Blood Moon. What do you think's happening? Because I can tell you what I think is happening.
Well, he's holding a gun. I assume he's a police officer.
You don't get...
And his top is all torn up, so I assume he also knows martial arts.
So you're not getting werewolf vibes from this at all?
Possibly the moon?
Come on, classic werewolf, Cisco, right?
Yeah, well...
I mean, that doesn't look like claw marks that's teared up. It looks like someone's just ripped it. Like, it doesn't look like animals torn it, so it didn't give me like any indication.
You're getting James T. Kirk vibes from this.
No. It just looks like someone...
Just somebody wanted to get his man boobs out, right?
Yeah, like it's been caught on like a branch or a bit of glass or something when he was rummaging through someone's house.
English language, Korean subtitles.
Oh, okay.
So that's how we know it's Korean.
Right, okay.
Couldn't find an English copy, had to get the Korean copy.
Can you feel that now?
So we're hoping for werewolf madness.
I'm not getting any werewolf vibes from that at all.
Everyone else can decide.
Yeah,
whether
I mean, everybody thinks you're crazy right now.
I mean, we could always Google Translate the back of it.
Yeah, well, that's the plan.
Oh, okay, cool.
Blood Moon.
Here we go, Meeks.
Right, here we go. Right.
A murder case takes place in the middle of New York. The victim, the current world kickboxing champion, is murdered in a very brutal way. It only touches the corpse.
What?
As the murder continues, the New York Police Department tries to recruit ex-cop and criminal psychology expert Ken O'Hara.
I knew it.
But fails repeatedly. However, one day Ken O'Hara's teacher, the kendo champion, is murdered. Enraged by this, Ken decides to participate in the police investigation, vow to avenge his teacher.
I knew he was a police officer. I bloody knew it. And look, martial arts of kickboxing as well. Nothing there about wolves.
What about his haircut though, mate?
Oh, it just doesn't match his colour. It looks like the haircut from Dumb and Dumber. You know, the one that Jim Carrey had? See, look at the hair. The hair's so much different.
That's fine. It's trying to translate your t-shirt. It briefly did. Oh! Constance.
What?
Constance?
Nice. Are you ready, Meeks?
Oh, I'm ready. Let's do this.
All that training has been paying off.
Oh yeah, there we go. Haha!
Open it up.
Have a cover. Oh, it does?
It's the same as the front cover though, Meeks.
Yeah, but some of them, well, it's better than most anyway.
Is it going to be in English at all?
It says it's going to be. Maybe. Oh.
Hold it up.
Oh.
There you go. This is amazing quality.
Seasonal Film Corporation.
Just the lines across the top. Was this a VHS rip?
It must be.
Onto a DVD? Seasonal Film and Media of Medias presents...
That logo looked like a rip-off of the OCP from...
yeah.
But horizontal.
Yeah. RoboCop.
Gary Daniels.
Oh, Chuck Jeffries.
Chuck
That's
Jeffries.
not Eddie Murphy from Blood Street and Hawkeye. You haven't seen Hawkeye. We got halfway through it and gave up. Bloodmoon! Very steady on the screen there. Good stuff.
Oh, I thought they were going to turn into balloons and pop then.
Ooh. Oh.
That's how you transition, baby.
That was actually what they were doing. Ooh.
How many films have used that shot?
The San Francisco Bridge.
Yeah, but they have a blood moon in the background. How many videos have a blood moon in the background of the San
Looks
Francisco
like the
Bridge?
start of the Turtles. Home of the light heavyweight champion of the world in boxing. Okay.
Man, that was terrible. Because it's home of the light heavyweight champion.
Yeah, look,
Of
blood
the
moon in
world.
the background as well.
Is that supposed to be the moon?
That's
the
meant to be
window?
the blood moon, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I thought it was just like a red spotlight.
Just a light, yeah, no, I think, yeah, that's supposed to be the moon. If we don't get a werewolf,
Dun-dun-dun.
I'm immediately going to be disappointed.
Damn, look at all the metal on his boots.
Oh,
They
he
literally
was,
knocked
was
over
literally
sticks.
was. He was in the broom closet. Oh no!
What?
What is
Boom
that?
mic, by the way.
Least of that scene's problems is the boom mic being in shot.
Killer instinct. I can show it to you.
Oh, it's gone gay porno. Here's the thing. Well, I'm presuming is the bad guy went into this place, yeah, to fight and kill that guy,
We hope.
and the guy was in the ring, but he didn't want him to be in the ring, so he went to the broom closet, knocked over some brooms, and then skittered round behind the
He
lockers.
wanted to have
and
a big
climbed in.
introduction.
That's what happened.
He wanted to have a big
Surprise.
introduction of him in the ring. His entrance, man.
Take advantage of every.
Do you think that there's real hair?
You're concerned about the wrong things, Reese.
Did you just finger him?
Fingered him to death,
Yes, he
Meeks.
fingered him to death.
Fingered him to death.
Out, champ.
Sure, why not?
I wonder if he's going to rip him in half.
I mean, you can clearly see the wire
Yeah.
on his back, but whatever. That is not a moon. That is a light.
Also, is there
It's a
wolf
light!
howling?
Yay!
Yes, I love the fact that they transition to something which demonstrates that it's just a red circle with a light behind it.
What?
What the fuck?
What do we have here, ladies? Somebody talk to me.
Well, Detective, we've got one dead boxer, Eddie Cunningham, 33 years old, light heavy champion of the world. Found him like this morning.
Is he a clown detective?
Well, hell, if I could conjure this bastard out of thin air, I'd be headlining in Vegas.
What?
What the fuck? So
mean-
he's a cop and a magician.
Rob Van Dam? The fuck?
Is that Rob Van Dam?
That's Rob Van Dam.
Is that sweat on his shirt?
Again, not the thing that we should be focusing on right now. RVD. Did he just
Locked and
lock
loaded.
and loaded his boots? He just cocked his boots. Okay.
Is it appropriate to say not a dummy?
Is it appropriate to say not RVD in any way? Not even remotely RVD?
Oh my god, that's
Don't
such
show his
a
face!
wig. That's so a wig.
Don't show his face!
Wig!
The wig was coming off and everything.
He made my daughter sit down.
I'm sorry you nearly died to that chair.
Sorry you have to say that.
I mean, it's not the same, the same words, but it's close enough.
Turn into a wolf. Turn into a wolf! Don't tell me no, just do it.
Not again!
No. Well, that's a lot of paper in that
How
file.
much paper was in that file?
You're gonna have to pick all that up now, you douche.
Oh, do you think that's how he fingered the other guy?
Finger banged him. Yeah.
He did as well. Pew.
Your instructor, Master Takedo, he's been killed.
I don't need to hear anymore.
Oh, just hang up. I'm on
That's
my
it.
way.
I'm off to seek revenge. No, he fell down the
He
stairs.
was in a car accident.
Well, there was no sign of a forced entry.
It was exploded. How the fuck do you know? The doors blew out.
The building blew up.
No timer, that's why it's sending us the computer notes.
The computer notes. The electronic notes on that computer machine.
The one where the blood melts and says blood blue.
It goes bippity bippity. I feel bad having giant boom mic.
Boom mic.
The sound guy clearly fell over there.
I didn't see it.
How did you
me.
not see it?
Giant white. He clearly tripped over the curb. The fact that none of the police, other than these couple,
It's gonna get fingered.
really give a shit that there's a serial killer.
What is that pipe?
That's the oh, it's gone. The pipe's gone.
Oh no.
Why does she have a vending machine in her apartment?
I don't
They're
know.
outside the apartment now. This isn't still inside their apartment.
How long is this fucking corridor?
Oh no, poor Chuck.
Oh no!
Bye! Pipey fingered.
They're gonna test it. Don't do that, dude. Don't finger the pipe. Now he's fingering all the pictures.
There's things wrong with Gary Daniels, isn't there?
All his victims were fingered to death.
This is the weirdest fucking montage.
It really is.
Gary fingering everything and then just wandering around New York.
I mean, that's a bad wig.
Yeah, maybe I will.
You got money.
He's so
Wow.
bad.
You got
I mean,
He's just the worst.
Yeah, maybe I will.
Oh, shopping.
Wait, she's been off shopping alone when there's a techno ninja trying to kill her? He could have emailed himself to that shop, Meeks.
Wait,
Oh,
Smash cut to Happy Family Times.
is this the part where his daughter's going to get kidnapped?
well, I'm guessing his wife's going to be killed and his daughter's going to be kidnapped.
Oh, I forgot to close the door.
He emailed himself
Oh
back.
no, she's going to get fingered.
Kick his ass.
Wait, you just said...
There's only one gun between all the police force. I'm just going to hang out here.
Wait, is that it? We're not going to see Chuck anymore?
What the fuck?
Just drop all the frames.
Wait,
What the
I thought he
fuck?
was meant to be going home.
Now that is some editing.
Shoot him in the legs. He can still talk. Shoot him in the shoulder.
Just shoot him in some joints of some sort.
Literally shoot him in the leg, then shoot him in the other leg, and then keep stamping on his legs until he tells you where your wife and daughter are. Job's done.
What are these shots? What is happening?
What?
Oh, you missed.
Wait, really?
The end game has begun.
What?
Did he seriously miss with all them bullets?
Apparently he's a shit shot.
I mean,
the
we've never
reason he
seen him-
doesn't use a gun is he can't shoot for shit.
We have 15 minutes for the Grand Championship match. Life or death. It's in your hands.
He has an acting method.
Yeah. Chuck really should have went with him. Oh no, Gary got fingered.
Apparently he's fine though, he's used to it.
Oh no, don't finger Gary.
Oh no! He fingered his ear.
Chuck, yeah!
Oh, he's hit the floor, Chuck. At that point. In fifth? What the fuck?
Do a magic trick.
Oh no, Chuck's been fingered.
What?
No.
No!
No, no.
No!
Why is the black guy gotta get killed in this film?
The white guy needs to survive, mate.
Fuck Gary. Gary sucks. Why is Gary get to live?
Finger him to death. We now want you to win, bad guy.
You know, the thing is, we still don't actually have a motivation for him.
No, we don't know anything.
Gary gonna take off his fingers and reverse finger bang him?
You're apparently getting finger banged doesn't do shit to you, mate. So Gary doesn't know what everyone else was complaining about. Look, he's fine.
I know, everyone just got finger and died once. Gary's took it like 4 times and still going. Why is the frames drop? What is up with the screen?
Yes! Not a dummy!
Not a dummy! Oh wait, we didn't get to see it hit.
By the way, they've exploded by now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Please make it up to the top and then they explode.
Then they
in front of-
explode.
Yeah, there's something.
It took him 10 seconds to get there. Blow them up! Blow them up! Blow them up!
No. Oh, is this where the movie ends? Wait, what?
I'm not a child killer.
What?
No slaughter of the innocents.
Why is she smiling? That's not... I mean, yes, you didn't blow up, but still.
But on the important side, Chuck survives.
Chuck's alive, yeah?
That was such a weird introduction of Chuck still, like, the magician. And then they're like, somehow he did that. And you're like, no, did he?
But then we found out that
He didn't. It's just he's not a child.
I'm not a child killer. Ha 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 ha.
We never got a motive.
No. What was he called? Oh, he's called the Killer. Okay.
Oh, I was thinking what's his name?
It's Rob Van Dam.
Yeah, but I knew it was.
Yeah.
The fuck?
I have to. I can't think of a favourite scene now because Alice Cooper has used his fingers on so many guys already that.
What are you even trying to say?
All those scenes where he's fingered everyone is the best scenes, but I can't. Obviously, we have to pick one.
You are one horny son of a bitch, mate. Horny son of a bitch.
Thanks, Jasper.
Hot Meeks on Meeks action. There you go.
Oh.
Right,
Lovely.
so Gary Daniels, Blood Moon. I am still furious that this isn't a werewolf film.
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't.
Look at this. Look at it. How is
I knew
that
it
not a
wasn't.
werewolf film? Enjoy.
Oh. Danny, don't hate me.
It's getting a lot of reflection.
It does, yeah. I mean, maybe. Don't judge me.
We won't.
Oh.
Okay, so my pick again this time, Blood Moon. I mean, look at that front cover.
The front cover and the name Blood Moon scream werewolf to me.
Really?
So, werewolf aside, and the fact that the blood moon is irrelevant, even though they introduce it early in the film as a big red light coming in through the window.
Yeah.
Even though they do that and it's completely irrelevant, the front cover, it's been bothering me, and while we were watching it, and I could see the front cover, the gun is like off at an awkward angle. It's not pointing straight ahead.
Yeah, it's like pointing sideways.
Well, in fairness, he doesn't use guns, and the one time he uses it, he misses every shot.
What is happening?
What?
Oh, you missed. There you go.
Ah!
Sorry.
Oh, Meeks.
Sorry.
How long did I spend setting that back up?
I know, I'm so sorry.
After all the workmen wrecked this place. Oh, you fecker. Right, well, Meeks.
Yeah.
Panda Meeks with the panda cheeks. Why don't you, since you just knocked it completely off center, tell us what Blood Moon is all about? And it's not about werewolves,
Nope.
although I think everyone will agree it should be.
Okay, it's about a detective trying to find a serial killer. Spoiler alert, if you've not watched the, movie review, we still don't
If
know.
you dropped into the episode at this point.
If you skipped, we still don't know why he was killing. But either way, trying to find him. They need help from a person. What's his character's name? I don't know him as Gary. Anyway, Gary.
Ken.
Oh yeah, Ken
O'Hara.
Yeah, so that they need him. Reasons again not explained. Trying to convince him to join the team. Anyway, they end up hating each other, then becoming friends, fighting with together with each other.
When you say they, you didn't introduce.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Your favorite.
My favorite one, who
should be on the front of the box.
He should be on the front cover.
It is starring Gary Daniels. It should really be starring Chuck.
Who
Jeffries.
character's name is also Chuck. I mean, he's the star of the show. In my opinion, he is the star of the show.
Yeah, you fell in love with Chuck.
He's badass. He's like the best. Anyway, I'm digressing. Sorry. So anyway, so they end up teaming up to try and find the serial killer. They find him. Well, Gary, finds him. For whatever reason, Chuck isn't there with him. They just kind of sideline him. Pissed off about that. He should have been there at the fully end. Oh, and the main serial killer, again, they don't know this, but only we as the viewer know this, but kills all his victims by fingering them. Yeah, finger bangs all his victims. Gary gets the brunt of it, in all fairness. He gets fingered, 4 times?
4 or 5 times, but it never stops or slows him down.
Yeah, and everyone else is just dead. We're just getting that good old double finger from Alice Cooper, who, by the way, does not have a name in this film, so we've just...
No, we were waiting throughout the entire film to figure out what he was called, and in the end credits he was called The Killer.
There was 2 things you needed to know: who he was and why he was killing.
And
the film doesn't tell you either of those.
The film has no interest in telling you either of those bits of information. Who the killer is, why he's killing everybody, what his motivation is, why he cares. The closest you get, spoilers, is that there is a photograph of like a complete mixed martial arts of all different types.
Competition. Contest of champions.
Yeah, a champions competition, and he's in the picture, and all the other people in the picture he's killing, but we're never told why.
Yes. It is said that he was in an accident and died.
I mean, he got better.
Pretty sure that's poem.
I was going to say that's all recorded now. Nobody will know what this was in the corner.
Is it a fart trumpet?
Yeah. If it'll stay up. So this film, like, it has very little plot, and to make up for the lack of plot, characters have weird secondary characteristics or traits or perks even. Chuck is a magician for literally no reason, and it goes nowhere. The serial killer is a techno freak, which technically plays into it in no way other than he emails people sometimes.
Yep.
I love that. That's what the police captain, like, he's an amazing techno freak guy.
Yeah, he's a techno
He
freak.
emails me gifs.
He's a techno ninja with shoes that he cocked once, and Meeks for the rest of the film was demanding that he cock and lock his shoes. Did he just
locked and loaded
his boots? He just cocked his boots.
It was, honestly, when you hear it for the first time, you can't stem away from it. You want to hear it constantly then, because it literally sounded like he was just lock and loading them boots.
The damsel in distress in this film also just happens to be like a kung fu champion or something.
Yeah.
Yes, she's the daughter of one of the victims, and she's a national champion
in whatever,
in some martial arts, and she does quite good on her own.
Now, the fact that they're all champions and the serial killer's going after them never seems to dawn on our police. duo.
Not until all the champions are dead.
Until all the champions are dead, and one of the champions has written "cha" on the floor, and they literally have her go through a dictionary to look for words that start C-H-A.
Oh, God, yeah.
The best thing is they went to champ, and they continued on to champion before they went, oh my god!
Champagne.
Wait, champions!
It could be champagne that he's trying to write. Wait, is he trying to write champion? And you're like, yes, you fucking idiot.
Chamber music, chambray, chameleon, camphor, chamois, chamomile, champagne, champion.
Wait a minute.
What?
Champion.
Champion. Son of a bitch.
You couldn't have figured that out without just going through every word in the dictionary.
And every single person that they killed, Rob Van Dam included.
You don't you dare. Don't you dare.
What?
Mr. Monday Night is in this film.
Yes, Rob Van Dam
One
is
of
in
a
this
kind
film.
is in this film.
He's the second victim we see killed.
Yes.
And he's not a particularly nice man.
No.
No, but then
But the acting,
I'm
no.
sure. Hey, Rob is fine.
Rob is fine.
Oh, no, the acting was amazing. I loved it.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. As soon as he showed up on screen, I mean, I can cut to it now. I'm like, that's Rob Van Dam. And you're like, that's not Rob Van Dam. Rob Van Dam? The fuck?
Is that Rob Van Dam?
That's Rob Van Dam. Oh my god, that's Rob Van Dam. And we couldn't pay attention to the scene after that because we're just like, it's Rob Van Dam, the wrestler. And Meeks was like, he's a wrestler? I was like, yeah, that's Rob Van Dam. And then one thing that Rob Van Dam started in this film and continued almost throughout was the reaction shots.
Yeah, the surprise reaction. The comedic surprise reaction, which the first murder has none of it. It's all played very serious. Then Rob Van Dam
the first murder, hang on. The first murder. Hugh said, oh no, he's knocked over some brooms or something.
Oh, yeah.
Because there was a random sound effect played, a free sound effect. And then it cuts to it and there's a bunch of brooms lying on the floor. That was amazing.
Yes, which in context of the movie, the killer knocked those brooms over to lure the boxer out of the boxing ring so he could jump into the boxing ring for when the boxer turned around. That's why he knocked the brooms over.
Yeah,
Like
it's very convoluted and stupid and makes very little sense.
He just wanted to make an entrance, damn it.
Oh, we made one. Oh, he made an entrance.
Well, here's the thing, right? He did make that was him making his entrance.
Mm-hmm.
As we've said, distraction. The guy goes to find out what's going on, and now he's in the ring. The problem is, as soon as we see him, we all burst out laughing. Because it's just Alice Cooper.
In a terrible mask.
In a weird mask.
And a wig.
In the most 90s cool outfit. And we're just like, oh, is this douchebag or serial killer?
Oh,
They literally knocked over
literally
six.
he was in the broom closet. Oh no.
What?
What is
Boom
that?
mic, by the way.
Least of that scene's problems is the boom mic being in shot.
Killer instinct.
But technically, it's because it is a buddy cop movie. You've got Chuck and Gary, and they don't like each other at first, and then they get to like each other, and then they help each. They basically both sort of take out the serial killer. Chuck does return to in the end of the fight to save Gary, and then almost dies, and then hops out of a window to see the dynamite explode into confetti.
And later we will discuss. Later we will discuss what we think actually happened in that scene because it feels very wrong.
Yeah, very. But Chuck was done dirty at the end of that movie. I do feel that.
Well,
oh, you wanted to do dirty things to Chuck.
Chuck is cool, okay? Like, in this movie, like, he's the star of this show. I'm sorry, like, there's no point. Gary's dull.
Just say it. Fuck you, Gary.
Honestly,
Daniels.
yeah, he's shit. He shouldn't be in. I mean, he should not be in the cover of this film. This film is great.
I don't know what that picture's from, but it's clearly not a production shot or anything from this film. That was, for all we know, that was just his Halloween costume.
It must have
and
been.
he sent it into the people
because his hairdo was just so distracting.
Because he looked like he was from Dumb and Dumber.
did. I like it. Once I seen it, I couldn't stop seeing it.
My guess is probably what happened is they commissioned an artist to draw him, and they gave him some, instead of production stills, probably gave him his headshots, where he had a different haircut.
To draw him?
Is that not drawn?
No, that's a
photo.
photo.
That's a photo.
Oh, I thought that was drawn.
Thumbs up, Mix. That's the end of that take. Oh, Jasper, can't.
It ain't what it seems.
My drink because of the cat, and my throat's really dry. Thanks, Jasper. Oh no, this is all getting recorded. It's alright, Cisco hasn't clapped yet, so the audio won't be synced. I'm covering his ears. Go.
No, that wasn't. Nope. There we go.
Look at that, Jasper. Nothing happened. Don't worry about it. It's all fine. Yay. Boop. Boop. So, we've mentioned that the main bad guy is Alice Cooper to us because he doesn't have a
No, he has no name.
We've got Chuck Blake, Chuck Blaine, Chuck something. I would read the back of the box, but it's kind of in Korean. You've got Ken O'Hara.
Mm-hmm. Fucking
Blood
Gary.
Moon. We could call him Blood Moon, but he's not.
Fuck you, Gary.
You have Kelly, the adopted daughter of, I want to call him Blood Moon now, Blood Moon's
Master?
Sensei.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are kind of all the main characters.
There's not a lot of characters in this, because most of it's, you've got a few background characters. You've got Blood Moon's, you got Gary's wife and child who have like a couple of scenes. And
Gary or Blood Moon. Blood Moon Gary.
You've got the police chief who's just traditional angry police chief.
Who I joked this is what Dixon went on to after the snake got loose, because he kind of looks like an old Dixon from Hot Ticket to Hawaii.
Okay. I was wondering that because I was like, what?
You sure are. You got one set of honeymooners booked to Howwwwwwwl Valley, and one snake.
Yeah, right. Well, let's see. We got 4 dead bodies out there. A techno freak running around out there sending computer messages.
A techno freak?
About the murders he's committing, right? When
he fucking emailed you. What makes him a techno freak?
I suppose when it comes to the characters, really, it is just Chuck and Gary, the two main ones.
And Gary, you hated.
I did. He's a bit of a twat.
Yeah.
And Chuck is the guy in charge of the case, and Gary's just walking all over like a twat, and it's like he brings no decent insights or intelligence or anything to this thing.
No.
Nothing. He literally brings nothing to the case, but he's acting like he's the big hotshot.
You need him.
Yeah, and I don't know why they didn't. Well, I think we possibly talked over the police chief explaining why he was needed.
Well, no, because like as Meek said in his introduction, they get Blood Moon Gary for some reason. In the film, he's an ex-cop. He quit the force because he used to be a serial killer hunter,
like Chuck,
and it made him too sad. And it ruined his marriage.
Yeah, there was a scene because there was a scene when he's trying to decide whether he's going to join in, where he sort of remembers being sliced up and stuff.
Well, that's another scene like we were saying
later
before.
on. He just says, "Oh, I was hunting a serial killer. He killed 10 people, and I got sad and quit."
Yeah, but as we were saying before, where it feels like different, almost like a different movie, and then they changed it. Is you literally have him sitting in his apartment, and he had a lot of pictures there, Meeks.
Yep.
Threw them all up in the air. But yes, he's having flashbacks to him being strung up and cut with a blade.
And he's got scars on his body.
And they've given him scars, which again looked like werewolf claws.
No,
but
I'm sorry, no.
So you're like, oh, so he has like maybe PTSD from a serial killer must have caught him. But then later on, when the film story completely changes and he's talking to Chuck, he just says that he caught the bastard, but he'd seen too many dark things by that point, and he just had to quit because it was making him too miserable.
That's it, yeah.
I think the other thing, I think tonally the movie shifts several times, and it shifts from, I think it was supposed to be quite serious, and then
No, it just starts off.
Oh no, it starts off very
off
gimmicky.
as almost a supernatural killer with superhuman strength. Then it cuts to Chuck doing an Eddie Murphy impression, but completely blindsides you with, "Ooh, here's a flower. Ooh, here's some money. I do magic tricks." And you're like, "Oh, why?" And he's also like kicking out all these jokes and stuff. And most infuriatingly, by the end of the movie, none of the fact that he's a magician on the side plays into anything.
No.
But we have a theory about the ending, and we'll get to that eventually.
But the other point is, it does switch to comedy. You got the comedic reactions of people being murdered and being like, "Oh," when they're when he's like
RVD,
because he keeps
the shock.
They keep waving bottles at them, and he always bashes, destroys them in the hand, and they always have a yeah. Yeah, it is absolute whiplash. It is weird. I think it's very clear that they changed what they were planning to make
multiple times during
times.
production, I would say.
Yeah. Totally agree.
My assumption is this: they had an idea, and it's even called Bloodmoon, which has almost mysticism elements in it, if not supernatural.
Yeah.
The opening fight with him and the boxer, where he's superhumanly strong.
Yeah.
And he's throwing out these weird lessons. Lesson 1 on how to fight and stuff.
Lesson 1: never stop being aggressive.
And all this sort of shit, which is dropped by the wayside. My assumption is that was the idea. When he saw Gary and Chuck together, I'm saying he, when the production saw them two together interacting, they're like, "Oh no, this needs to be a buddy cop movie. We need to lighten it up a bit."
What about the witness?
Killer choked her out. Didn't hurt her. For a moon dance.
Oh, what if they do? And that's where I'm assuming it's going. And then the serial killer became less and less important to the film. In the end, it's just an action film. The serial killer, the unnamed Alice Cooper, becomes completely unimportant. Like, the film doesn't care about it anymore. At first, it's the main focus.
Yeah.
But then, I think maybe Chuck's charisma just ran away with it.
Do you find, in regards to Alice Cooper, because I only just thought about it now, that his character also shifts? Because wasn't he quite serious at the beginning? Like, just a serious fighter at the beginning, and then as it's kind of gone along, he's gone a little bit more wacky and more...
He gets very manic and wacky.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can legitimately say he does get... He gets a lot quieter, to be honest.
Toward the end, he becomes less important, and they start focusing on him less and giving him less stuff to do.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, to be fair, he's still emailing himself around, is what the joke we came up with.
God, I think it's worth saying he's a terrible actor as well.
But...
Like, him... He's a terrible actor, because we had 4 main characters, effectively. We had Chuck, who's actually a good actor. We had Gary Daniels, who's appalling. We had the serial killer, who's kind of bad. And then we had Kelly, who was also bad.
Do I get a gun?
Sorry, Kelly, you can't come along. You're gonna have to stay here until we catch this guy.
But you said yourself that I was safer with you two.
I won't let him hurt you, baby, I promise.
I love you.
I'm scared, Ken.
I know. I'll be right there.
Don't hang up.
It's just us now. No one else. Just you. Or they're dead.
Brings me to my next point. These are the least equipped police officers. They have one gun between them, and neither of them have a radio.
They share a gun.
They don't have a phone.
Nope.
This is 1997. Neither of them have a mobile phone.
And they exist.
Neither of them have radios. One of them has a gun. Neither of them seem to have handcuffs or anything else.
It never occurred to me that it was 1997 and they should have had phones.
Exactly.
Or at least a fucking radio, Cisco. That's what I'm saying. It's the laziest thing. They didn't give a shit about the production. They just wanted an action film.
The aesthetic is so 80s. I just assumed that... Well, I assumed they should have radios because they're fucking police officers. But
they don't have a police car, though. They're driving around in Chuck's Jeep.
It's true.
It's just a shitty Jeep.
You know what else was by the Jeep?
The boom mic.
The boom mics.
This
So
is
many.
another film where the boom mic is technically a character because
Yeah,
it's
it
in
shows up
so
so
many
much.
scenes, and it's always great when we see it.
And Meeks never sees it.
I saw one.
We had to rewind it back just so you could see,
Yeah.
because you didn't believe us. You went, there was, where? Oh, shit.
That one in the Jeep is particularly bad because it's like
I missed that one.
gigantic,
Yeah.
it dips
Right in front of their heads as well.
I don't know how I missed it. I did see one boom mic, but
Because you were too busy staring at Chuck lovingly.
I think, well, obviously, we'll possibly have to do another montage for boom mics, but we go back to there's at least 10 or 12 appearances by the boom mic.
Here's the problem with doing another montage of boom mics. It's never going to live up to Lethal Ninja.
True.
So I can do one, but it's going to be...
fuck you, Gary. Oh, Gary's a tit. He should not be in this movie. He's just a waste of space. Chuck is the star of this movie. Chuck was done dirty. Poor fucking Chuck. Honestly, I feel for the lad.
Right. So, I mean,
Chuck, give him a call. Oh, do you know what? Just here we go.
The final sort of scene.
We did mention earlier that yes, we've mentioned throughout that we think the film was changed in production, and there was a few things that we thought had changed because the alternative would be really worse, like really, really bad.
Yeah.
One of which is the serial killer at the end takes Ken's wife and daughter, who he's now back with, magically. I'll say magically because the reason supposedly they separated was that he was hunting serial killers and spending more time doing that than spending any time with her. And the reason they get back together is because he's now technically back on the force hunting a serial killer.
Nah, I think Chuck. I think it was all thanks to Chuck and his magic trick that he did with the coin.
That got them back together.
Oh, totally. Because he's the one who said in the sushi bar that he was... Hey, Jasper. He was encouraging Gary, saying, oh, if only I took that step, to just give her a call. You should give it a call, Gary.
What are you even talking about, Mix?
Chuck, that's what he says.
It's Chuck who managed to get them back together.
Yeah, he pushed...
Despite everything I've just said about them separating because he was hunting serial killers.
I just believe...
And he spent the last 5 or so years not hunting serial killers. And apparently the only thing he had to do to get back with the wife who clearly hated him at the beginning when they showed them is to phone her.
Yeah,
and say, hey,
thanks to Chuck,
we should get back together. She's like, oh my god, right? That's what I'm saying. We should totes do that.
She does get back together with him very quickly.
Oh yeah, it is very, very quick. Yeah.
That's because you know it's coming. It's like, oh, well, the serial killer has to take his wife and daughter hostage. And or kill them, but it depends on the production company's thoughts at the time. Like, are we making a dark film? Are we making a comedy? Anyway, the point is, throughout the film, things feel like they've just been changed. Like his relationship with his wife.
Yeah,
it's just changed. His relationship with Chuck just changes. Most of the things come out of nowhere. The biggest one, and the biggest one that I think was a change throughout, as we've already mentioned, Chuck is a magician. And he just likes doing tricks randomly. In fact, it's obnoxious at the beginning.
Yeah.
He's constantly just pulling scarves out of his sleeve and there's flowers appearing, which is the scene with Ken and his wife.
Yeah.
He
just whips it out. Not that.
The point is, Chuck does loads of magic tricks. Now, at the end, the serial killer has Ken's wife and daughter, inexplicably, given who and what he is, tied to a pole. Above them are some very comical Acme dynamite. And as we said, Ken, I keep wanting to call him Bloodmoon, Ken is a dick and an idiot. And had he just shot the serial killer, his wife and child wouldn't be in any danger at all. Because the serial killer literally says to him, if you kill me, you know, with that gun that you got off Chuck since you don't have your own, you'll never find your wife and daughter, even though they are about 2 meters away in that direction from them. But whatever, that doesn't matter.
Weren't gagged and were out in full view.
Yeah.
So like,
shouting
it wouldn't have even taken him long.
No, he would have smelled them.
Yeah.
I mean,
they were that close.
So, Acme Dynamite, which is not very him. But anyway, blah, 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 blah. Is stupid, if you want to talk, well, earlier you said it was any editing. That editing was stupid. There's a few cases of stupid editing I should definitely mention. Him racing to the place, where it's just cuts of the car going,
that was so weird.
Across different scenes.
Such whiplash.
To sort of imply he's going fast. Or him racing down the road and them just dropping frames.
Yeah.
In slow motion.
In the end, when he's got 15 seconds to stop the explosive, spoilers, the bad guy's already turned into a dummy at this point and falling off a roof. Sorry.
Yay.
And he's racing to get them, and it's like 15 seconds, and they spread that 15 seconds out to like 3 minutes of him slow-mo going, I'm trying to get up.
Oh, it's agony.
And he's running toward them, and it's sort of smash cutting between him going, ah, and his daughter going, ah, and his wife going, ee, back and forth, and then it hits 1 second to go. And what happens, Meeks?
It's 0.01 seconds.
But then, confetti!
The dynamite
Surprise!
explodes into a big cloud of confetti, and you have Chuck sort of popping out of a window. Now, it's quite clear to us that originally, I mean, we assume, we don't know, we haven't looked it up, but we assume the original ending was that the explosives are supposed to go off and would kill his wife and daughter, but somehow Chuck switched it out because he's a magician. He's been doing this shit the entire time. I don't see Alice Cooper confetti exploding. This super serious serial killer who finger bangs everybody to death, which we haven't mentioned enough. I mean, throughout the watch along, Meeks can't stop saying finger bang. You haven't said it once during the minute.
I didn't want to overshadow
Smash cut to all the scenes of Meeks going, oh no, he's finger banging her. Oh no, he's finger banging that wall.
It's because I said it so much during the movie. I thought, oh god, no, I shouldn't say it in our review right now because I know I would say it a lot.
Oh no, you don't think he's going to finger him, do you? Oh no, he fingered him?
It's just such an outrageous way to kill his victims, yet so funny and amazing. I had to mention it.
And not explained.
Yeah,
No,
it's not explained at all.
But anyway, the point is confetti. Chuck pokes his head out. It's clear that it's supposed to be, what? I switched them out, you know? Ha ha ha.
Psych.
But if that was the way it went, the implication then is that he left Ken possibly fighting for his life when his family were fine and not in any danger. So what we actually get is this really weird edit where it smash zooms. Oh, sorry, it smash zooms. I don't know what a smash zoom would be.
Fast zoom.
It smash cuts to a dictaphone tape on the floor that has inexplicably started playing, and it's the serial killer going, ha 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 ha, I'm no child killer, I fight with honor, or some bollocks like that. And you're like, oh, so the super serious serial killer who's been murdering everybody set up a dummy TNT dynamite Acme explosion with confetti. Before he died? Assuming that he was going to be killed and this was how he wanted to be remembered?
You wanted to go out with a bang.
Like a clown?
No pun intended.
Is that a pun?
You want to go out with a bang. Bang confetti.
Anyway.
Why is the frames drop? What is up with the
Yes! Not a dummy!
Not a dummy! Oh wait, we didn't get to see a hit.
By the way, they've exploded by now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Please make it up to the top and then they explode.
Then they explode. Meeks isn't here for me to slap. What the fuck?
Wait, I'm trying to go through all my notes.
Well, but yes, we did actually laugh quite a bit during this film. Usually at people's reactions, never when we were supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
Any humour they attempted to put in was cringeworthy.
Oh, very.
Having said that, Cisco, because you're on the far end, and you're everybody's favourite. We're just waiting to see if you were going to break there. If you were going to start blushing and go, oh. What is your favourite scene in this rock solid action, as the back of the box says?
My favourite scene is it's Rob Van Dam.
One of a kind.
One of a kind, and it's the end of his. Well, effectively, it's his death. So they've had a fight in the bar and everything's like, well, basically he's lost, and the guy throws him through a window, and he transforms into a completely different human being with a terrible wig, and they pretty much zoom in on his face, so there is no doubt that it is a stuntman in a terrible wig. And it's weird because Rob Van Dam clearly had been doing almost all his own stunts throughout, and he's a wrestler, so my only assumption is he wasn't available the day they wanted to throw somebody through a window, so they had to do a throw a stuntman through a window.
It was a very obvious wig.
It's just a terrible wig, and it's so obvious. It's just hilarious.
It is. That was my scene. So why did you take my scene? Even Meeks is looking at you like, that's Brazz's scene.
My scene was the vending machine scene.
I mean, it is a good scene, trust me, because it was my favourite scene.
Yeah, okay.
One of a kind.
I'm happy to go through my scene.
No, it's fine. You've told my scene.
Stole it.
You can literally edit that out and put. I can go through the vending machine scene, and then you can explain your favourite scene.
It's fine. That's less editing I have to do. Cisco explained my favourite scene. The obvious, the obvious stunt doubles, as I mentioned earlier. There's also the old man, the with the mustache, his sensei, when it's clearly not him.
Why does he that mustache? That's not real, right?
It's not a real mustache, no. But
why? So did they give him that because the stunt double had a mustache? I refuse to shave it. There is no reason. In my head, there is no reason why you would force your actor to wear that mustache, unless they had to.
Well, if you remember, we're not convinced that's the same guy that's in the photograph of him when earlier, before they changed that story beat entirely. Where Ken, I can't remember his fucking name, when Ken is having his PTSD flashbacks to when he was tortured to death almost by someone, and he keeps looking across the room at a picture, and at first we're like, is that Saddam Hussein? Who is in that picture? And then later Meeks is like, hang on, that's not the guy that was in the picture. Okay.
Is it appropriate to say not a dummy?
Is it appropriate to say not RVD in any way? Not even remotely RVD?
Oh my god, that's
Don't
so
show his
face!
Wig.
That's so a wig!
Don't show his face!
Wig!
The wig was coming off and everything.
Apparently Paulie wouldn't let him do that stunt. Anyway, Meeks, we'll move on to you. And then we'll end on Cisco. So, Meeks, what was your favourite scene?
Well, it's not so much as a scene, it's more of scenes. And it's got to be you know, Alice Cooper just finger banging his victims and
walls and pipes,
walls, metal, walls and crate, whatever, and then, you know, fingering Gary. I mean, Gary gets about 4 or 5 finger bangs there, and he lives to tell the tale. I mean, I've got to give it, you know, props to Gary.
To be fair, Chuck gets finger banged, and then his back snapped, and is absolutely fine.
Yeah, but they still do him dirty, because, like, when he comes in, I thought, oh, here we go. Chuck's here to save the day, has a little go with Alice Cooper, and then he gets finger banged. I'm like, he gets the smallest scene with Alice Cooper. I thought, hang on, we're watching Gary here. Not only is he shit at fighting Alice Cooper, he's getting his ass kicked by Alice Cooper. And I thought, right, Chuck is clearly the better fighter. Take from me, throughout this movie, Chuck is clearly the better fighter in this. They did him dirty with that scene.
So what you're telling me is, in editing, you just want me to find all the finger bangs and play them in a montage?
I mean,
with you going, ooh, he fingered her?
I wouldn't say no to that, because there's a lot of finger banging in this. The only one who I thought would come close to being in a way I was like hoping to and not at the same time was Kelly. Because there was so many scenes in that was going to happen where I thought, oh my god, is he going to kill her with his fingers again?
There's also
and it never happened.
There's also a lovely scene with Gary where he's just... it's after he's had a fight with him and been finger banged in the elbow and stuff, and he fingered a pipe. And he's going through all the evidence, and he's just finger banging the evidence.
Yeah, exactly. And he's even holding the actual pipe that Alice Cooper fingered, putting his finger through the pipe.
That one almost makes sense, though, because there's a hole, and he's like, was that fingers? But then he goes along all the pictures, which are the tiny little people on the photographs, and he's going...
But he knows it was fingers. He was there when he did the pipe.
Also, what is Gary's arm made of? I mean, it was fingered twice. I mean, Alice Cooper's fingers went through that pipe, through a fucking metal wall, and yet Gary goes, ooh, ooh.
Well, he's the main white guy, mate. So.
Oh, they just did Chuck so dirty. Chuck, oh, poor Chuck. Did he just finger him?
Fingered him to death, mate.
Fingered him to death.
Oh, do you think that's how he fingered the other guy?
Finger banged him to death.
He did as well. Well, he got fingered. Oh no, he shouldn't leave. She's gonna get fingered though.
Me?
Oh, he's gonna get fingered. Okay. Oh no, he's fingered someone else.
To death.
Oh no, she's gonna get fingered. Oh no, Gary got fingered. Oh no. Don't finger Gary.
Oh no! He fingered his ear. Do a magic trick.
Oh no! Chuck's been fingered. Oh, Gary got fingered now. Properly. It's so stupid. It's outrageous. And it's amazing. And I love it.
Meeks loves getting fingered. Cisco. Cisco. Since you've given us my favourite scene, what's your favourite scene?
Well, my favourite scene, and I'm glad you asked, is
well, Cisco's favourite scene, right? They're in the apartment complex. Yes, carry on.
And they're fighting the serial killer, and there's the three of them at the point, because Kelly's there too. Because there was a scene where he was sort of stalking her in her own apartment, and
and he was ETing it in her closet.
That's right.
His boots.
And then,
so
and then he did the thing where he's up on the ceiling, you know, holding out this. But as soon as they leave, he jumps her, and then they go back because they forgot a printout or something. So all three of them are having a fight, and her apartment seems to be just one very long corridor. And they go out into the hallway,
which looks
so it's even longer.
But it looks very similar to her apartment, and you thought it was just one long apartment.
No, I thought it was one really long apartment.
A lot of doors.
And he grabs, the serial killer grabs a vending machine. And I'm like, is there a vending machine in her apartment? And Chuck is shooting the vending machine, and he's charging them with the vending machine. And it must have been like the most greased wheels on any vending machine ever, because it builds up a hell of a speed. And of course, Gary is too cool and he jumps over it, but Chuck doesn't, and he gets it full in the chest, and he goes straight through the front door. And I was like, oh right, it's her. It's her apartment. Oh, the front door to her apartment.
Again, poor Chuck. He gets done so dirty in this movie. But sorry, go on, carry on.
That's pretty much it, mate. The funny thing about that is they don't try and stop it at any point. Chuck shoots it for some reason, but just keeps shooting the vending machine, and Gary just sort of backs up until it gets close to him, and then he steps on somebody's door knob and jumps over it and keeps fighting the... But
it also goes on for such a stupid long period as well.
Yeah.
Like, he's charging them with the vending machine, and Chuck empties a full clip and reloads before getting... Like, so he shoots like 12, 14 times.
I'm thinking about it, like, what the fuck was this vending machine made of? Like, none of the bullets were going through this sucker. It was taking so many bullets. I thought, hang on, I've used vending machines.
I've shot vending machines before.
Well, I've used many.
In Liverpool.
And they're not fucking made of, like, titanium or steel.
And not a single one of them was bulletproof, I can fucking tell you.
I mean, come on. If Alice Cooper's fingers can go through fucking steel pipes, do you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure a steel bullet can go through, a not steel vending machine.
Bye, Jasper. Hi and bye, Jasper. So, Senor Meeks, Gary Daniels,
Dickhead.
Bloodmoon. First of all, would you recommend this to anybody?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Would you recommend people find a copy of this?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This film was great. I love this movie.
Do you think they should, if they're a fan of bad movies, they should buy this one?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was so easy to find, we ended up with a Korean version. So that's good. Thanks, Google Translate.
I mean, I would highly recommend this movie. It was so great.
That's 100% because Chuck's in it, isn't it?
No, honestly, even before Chuck showed how heavily talented he was.
Speaking of, by the way, look at how many times Chuck's on the back of this
That's
box.
what I mean. He's done so dirty.
Chuck is, as far as I'm concerned, the main character of this film.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's the protagonist.
He's in for quite a while before Gary shows up.
Like, he makes his own... Like, as we said before, he stars, like, Eddie Murphy at first, like... And then he kind of ends up becoming his own, and I think it's brilliant. I think his acting is fantastic in this.
He is actually the best actor in it. Cisco, would you recommend it?
Oh, yeah, I would recommend people watch it. It's
Would you recommend they own it?
Maybe.
What?
I'm not as in love with Chuck as Meeks is. I thought he was very good in this. I think it's the third movie we've seen him in, and by far the best. It is a good movie, or a good bad movie. There is a lot of action as well, so it doesn't feel boring. And because the plot is so incomprehensible and they've not really bothered with it, you're never far from the next action scene. Because they do sort of just continually happen. And I would recommend, finding a copy. I think it depends how much it would cost as to whether I'd recommend.
Well, let me put it this way, right? This has not had wide release. This is the Korean version. If, like, Vinegar Syndrome, 88, 101 Films put this out on, like, Blu-ray, would you want to get it? It's the ultimate test.
No. We have a copy.
What?
It's clearly a VHS rip on the release, but yeah, we do have a copy.
I would totally get that on Blu-ray. I don't own a Blu-ray player, but if I did,
I know what you're getting for Christmas. I would recommend you watch it because it is very funny.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah,
it is funny. It is, and the action is fine. The story is not there. It's fun to see a film stop being whatever they had in mind and just start being whatever.
It's a wild ride, put it that way.
And still just go back to a serial killer movie where you don't know why the serial killer's doing it, and you
A serial killer movie where the serial killer isn't important at all.
And doesn't kill children.
Which Meeks has just got no time for. If you're not killing kids, what the fuck are you doing? Meeks, shelf?
Oh, thing. Shelf a thing without a doubt.
Cisco, shelf?
Oh, I'm giving you a dead on stare.
He's going to finger the fuck out of you.
Well, at the risk of getting finger banged from Meeks, I still think sort of okay. I'm sorry.
What?
High up shelf of sort of okay. There is no way I would put that as better than like Inalienable or a couple of the other things we got on shelf of sort of okay.
Meeks, did you think this, because this is what it always comes back to with you, did you think this was better than American Rickshaw?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Wow, that's high praise from Meeks.
Honestly, that is definitely better than American Rickshaw.
I mean, really high praise from Meeks. Nothing is better than American Rickshaw. This is going on shelf of sort of okay. So
what? Oh, you two are crazy. You're wrong. You are both so wrong. This movie is great. How the fuck did you put this on okay? This is thing worthy.
It is it is the rules. Is that to be on thing? It needs a unanimous verdict.
Oh,
and it's not unanimous. Also, I'm sorry, it's just not as good as Inalienable. If I can't get an Inalienable on the shelf of thing, you ain't getting that on the shelf of thing.
No, this is definitely thing with comments below. I want to know what shelf do you believe this on? I want to know in comments. This is thing worthy.
Sort of okay.
I know this is where the comment section's going to spite me, isn't it? It's going to spite me. They're all going to say, it's okay.
And right at the bottom, Danny. Shelf of shit.
I want honesty in them comments. I want to know. This is thing worthy. This is so. I am shocked and appalled at you two. I'm sorry.
Well, that's fine. We're allowed our own opinions.
Go on, finger bang and Meeks.
Bloodmoon.
Right, there we go. That's fine.
You two are crazy. Okay, worthy.
Sort of okay. It's not even okay.
Like what? Use a. Oh, that is thing worthy. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it.
He's gonna start protesting outside the house.
Oh, I am. Oh, Chuck is just getting dirt on him, like, every time. He's getting done dirty by even two critics.
He's getting dirt on him.
We're not saying Chuck belongs on shelf of sort of okay.
No, Chuck is thing-worthy. Chuck is so thing, and instead you put him just, he's okay.
Well, that's because you've got Gary Daniels with him.
Oh, fuck Gary.
I don't want to fuck Gary.
Gary's shit. Oh, Gary's just dog shit. Why the fuck is he in the movie? Like, why is he in the movie? He's his acting is so bland. It's so dry. He's just he shouldn't be in it.
Calm down. It's not like somebody got your KFC order wrong or anything.
Oh, don't get me started on that, Brazz. Like, come on. Like, I've had orders from before, but they got it so wrong. I'm not gonna get into it now, but they. Yeah. Are you still recording? Oh my god. Daniels. Have you recorded this? Brazz! Damn it. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, hang on. I think I found a place to open. Oh, bollocks! I've got this now. Right.
I think
hang
it's.
on. No! No! Bam, 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 bam. Dun, 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 dun,
Rising up, back on the street. Did my time, took my chances. Went the distance, now I'm back on my feet. Just a panda and his will to survive. So many times it happens too fast. You change your passion for glory. Don't lose your grip on the dreams of the past. You must fight just to keep them alive. It's the eye of the panda, it's the thrill of the fight. Rising up to the challenge of our plastic. And the last known survivor stalks his prey in the night. And he's watching us all with the eye of the panda.
Thank you for your training, Pastor.
You are now ready for the final test.
Right.
I have faith in you.
What you do?
It's all led to this, Meeks.
All this moment. No.
We believe in you.
Yes.
You can do it, my son. Now it's time for the final test. Part 2.
Blu-ray style. Okay. No.
Come on, Meeks, you trained for this.
You wasted so much cling film.
There we go. Haha!
Finally, a hard ticket can take its rightful place on the shelf of things.
Oh, it looks so much smaller compared to the rest.
So, Blood Moon, Meeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, put it on the shelf.
No. Yep. No. No.
Meeks.
What you did.
Meeks. Pick them up.
Fixed. No!
Now it's fixed.
No!
It's, I mean, no offense, Meeks, but it's not shelf of thing worthy.
It so is.
Why?
It's such a good movie. Comments below. I want to know the truth.
We've told you the truth. You can't handle the truth.
It's a shelf of thing worthy. It's thing worthy. Don't do Chuck dirty again. Do this for Chuck.
Do you want to start a hashtag?
Hashtag Chuck.
I don't think anyone's going to know what that means.
Ah, okay. Well, they will if they've watched, the film. Hashtag Bad Movie Mountain.
Cumstances.
Razzing up. Back home.